And all I gotta do is hit an Origin Pulse. Oh, geez. Oh, no. YouTube, today we're going to be using a brand new team featuring Gardevoir that got the 1800s, which was the top 100 in the last Stadium Ladder season. I think it was like in June. And we're going to be trying it out today with the Asalvas Gardevoir, the Sash Raichu. Let's just see how Gardevoir does, because it is a very frail Pokemon in this format. Good Spit Def, not really great HP though, and not really great physical defense at all. So we'll see how it goes. If you do enjoy the videos though, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, rate us, help me out, and if you want to check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description, and you can grab the rental code while it's available. But let's get started and play some games. Porygon 2, Shedinja, Calyx, Ice Rider, Kyogre with Eleki, and Landorus in Carniform. Very interesting stuff right here. Okay. Dealing with their Shedinja is going to be a little bit annoying. I do want, I want Entity, because Entity is not bad, but it's not like amazing either. Raichu's not bad either, but I just don't really see how it helps me too much here. I actually kind of want to lead off with Gardevoir Incineroar, or Kyogre Incineroar is actually pretty good here. Yveltal isn't too bad either. Just damage wise, I'm trying to figure out what does the best here. I think it's Kyogre for sure. I think Kyogre does do quite a bit of damage right here. Is this an early metagame team with like the Sash, Calyx, Ice Rider, and the Scarf Kyogre? I don't know if like I'm mixing this team with a bunch of others, but I feel like it could be right here. I want to bring Gardevoir just because it could be a Kyogre switch. I think maybe we'll see. I think it really depends here. I think leading Kyogre plus I guess Yveltal isn't too bad right here, and then I'm gonna go with Incineroar plus the Gardevoir. We'll see how this goes. I could also use this Gardevoir for pivots. I think just like the ability for Mystical Fire to slow down their Kyogre under Trick Room, if it's a Trick Room Kyogre, is actually really big here, because I don't really have good Kyogre answers with this team, unfortunately. My best damage output is like the Yveltal. So we'll see if this is right. I could have let in Incineroar because I do have the Taunt here, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just go in Eleki offensive mode here. Like this, yeah, exactly. So this is going to be a very interesting turn one right here. I do lead off with the Yveltal plus the Kyogre right here. What do I want to go for? I don't know what they are going to aim for right here, because this is a gamble right here between what we're doing. I could go for a Sucker Punch into the Eleki for some consistent chip. I could go for a Foul Play guaranteed. I don't know. This is probably Lightning. I just don't know into which slot. I think my best play is probably just to go Incineroar and Intimidate and go for a Geyser into the Eleki. Like, Eleki is just such a big problem. I think it's just better to go Incineroar, Intimidate this. Save Yveltal because it could still be very useful. And then afterwards, some parting shots, I think is going to be very necessary. So let's see if they're Eleki Dynamaxes. I wouldn't be shocked if this is Helping Hand into Ogre. Really gonna, I mean, this is gonna be really bad if this is Helping Hand Calyx, but I'm hoping that they might just set up the Trick Room here and just try to sacrifice the Eleki. So let's go for the Incineroar play. Maybe a Max Guard was necessary in order, but we'll find out, because we'll bring out our Incineroar with the Intimidate right here. We see it's not White Herb. No Dynamax from the Eleki, which is actually pretty huge. Okay, so I could have Sucker Punched, which is a little bit frustrating, because if I did go for the Sucker Punch right there, it would have been really nice. Granted, the Eleki can't really do much if it protects. I actually really don't mind that, because it's taking a lot of damage to protect, and I break a potential Sash right here, which is actually really nice. They also might be scared. They might be scared of going for the Max Lightning play, actually, now that I think about it too. They do just go for Protective Eleki. Okay, I think this makes sense to me, because they were probably scared of my potential of going in a Raichu if they did commit to a Max Eleki. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me now that I think about it. Okay. Huge damage through that Protect. We're going to see a Glacial Lance be fired off. Yep, okay. Makes sense. All right, perfect. I'm going to go for a Max Guard here with my Kyogre, and I think I'm going to go for the Parting Shot here into the Eleki. I think this actually might be the Helping Hand version. That Calyx did so little damage. Yeah, we're going to see a Dynamax come out here. I imagine this is Eleki, and they're probably going to try to nuke my Kyogre before my Kyogre just nukes them, realistically. I think that's just how this game's going to go. We're going to see the Eleki does Dynamax here. No surprise. Okay, perfect. And hopefully this Max Guard play, I'm hoping with that Glacial Lance chip, it's not a KO on my Kyogre guaranteed, but they do sometimes run Modest on the Eleki, so let's find out. Max Guard here on Helping Hand. No, Protect from the Calyx. Okay. What's the Aleki going for then? Is it max landing my instant? No, it's into my Kyogre. Perfect. That's actually even better for me. So we waste the protect on the Calyx. We get a parting shot off into the Aleki right here. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Gladly take this. Gladly take this. We go out into our Gardevoir here, I guess. Yeah, we can go into Gardevoir. We can go for a Dazzling Gleam into the Aleki. Hopefully it picks up the knockout, I think. Let's see what ability we trace. Oh, yeah, we always get Transistor here. We can't get it as one. But Max Geyser into the Calyrex plus a Dazzling Gleam is going to do some pretty nice chip, especially if that Aleki is a Life Orb set like I'm thinking here. So I don't think it's helping hand Calyx at this point. I'm pretty sure it's just Trick and Protect, which is really nice for me because Max Geyser and a Dazzling Gleam will definitely should pick up the knockout into the Calyx. I don't know about the Aleki, but we'll find out. I should live one lightning at least though, because it's a -1 special attack right here. Yeah, we do take it pretty well. And it's -2 physical attack if it is a physical variant, but I think if they were physical, well, actually, I can't really say. We do see it is Life Orb on the Aleki right here. Let's see Max Geyser. Can we just knock out the Calyx Ice Rider? If we do, that'd be really nice, but I'm not 100% sure if it's Sash or not. It looks like it is going to be the Sash set. Okay. And now Gardevoir gets to go for the Dazzling Gleam into the Calyx before it gets to move. Get some good chip into the Aleki. Puts it in range of Fake Out, which is nice. And my Gardevoir should live any attack from the Aleki. Now, the question is it a Trickumon in the back right here? Or is it just a Kyogre, which is also, I think, fine? But we'll see. Okay, it's going to be close. Porygon 2 coming out. Okay. Porygon 2 does reveal itself. All right. I think the last mon has to be... I want to say last mon is probably Kyogre. So I think we're in a clear right here. I'm going to sacrifice my Kyogre. It's not really necessary. And I'm going to go for a... Should I just go for an Expanding Force here? Or maybe a Mystical Fire onto the... No, I think I should Dazzling Gleam here. Yeah, I might as well just take the KO onto Aleki right here if they give me the KO. If they max guard, they get heavily punished with damage into their Porygon. If they want to commit like to reading the Kyogre, protecting or switching out, then they get heavily punished with an Origin Pulse and a potential Dazzling Gleam right here. So they go for the max lightning. They do KO the Kyogre, which makes sense. I don't have Thunder on the Kyogre and it probably doesn't survive a water type attack. So I don't really see much value in keeping it around anymore. So let's see here. Life Orb chip, Dazzling Gleam going to be fired off. KO the Regieleki, and the Porygon does take some chip, which is really nice here. Now we set up for the Yveltal, because once we get Yveltal in, we should be able to win this game. But I need to make sure that... oh, it's Icy Wind here. Okay. Huh. That changes it quite drastically here. All right, we go Incineroar here for the Fake Out. Icy Wind Porygon. Huh. We're going to see their Kyogre does reveal itself here. Yep. Okay. Oh boy, this could be a little bit of a problem, but I can't tell what their Kyogre is. That's the problem. I feel like it's probably Scarf. I'm going to risk it. I'm going for the Fake Out and Mystical Fire play. It's also their last turn of rain, so they're not really going to do much to my Gardevoir after the rain's over. So yeah, we're going to go for Mystical Fire. I think this is okay, even if they are Protect, but it's better if they're like Scarf, for instance. Let's see. Nice. It looks like that's the case. Or maybe they're Assault Vest, which is still good for me. So nice. We do get a Fake Out plus Mystical Fire off. We are going to lower that special attack on that Kyogre. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Now we should be in a really good position the upcoming turns. Shadow Ball getting revealed here. Okay. That's going to do quite a bit to the Gardevoir. Yeah, that's doing so much. Oh, that special defense drop's annoying because I might have lived a Water Spout Origin Pulse guaranteed. But what can you do? What can you do? Okay, let's go for a tough spot. I don't know how fast the Porygon is. That's a problem. Origin Pulse shouldn't KO Incineroar. It's not in rain anymore. I think I just go for a parting shot into the Porygon slot. And I think I just Dazzling Gleam for chip here. And then I need to get Yveltal into a very comfortable spot. Ally switch. That's fine. Okay. That actually probably works out for me realistically too. Let's see what the Kyogre locks itself into. Gonna be a Origin Pulse coming out. Okay, yeah, they have to be choiced, I think, if to lock it themselves in an Origin Pulse when they could have just Water Spouted there, guaranteed, I think. So nice. We are able to get Dazzling Gleam off into the Porygon as well as the Kyogre for some very nice damage. Here comes a parting shot and the Kyogre just lowering its special attack even further. And now, well, luckily Gardevoir did survive with the Origin Pulse. We can go on a Yveltal now, and Yveltal with that Sucker Punch in a Kyogre, I think, because if they ally switch, it's not really like helping them out too much, right? I think it's just better here. Yeah, I'm just gonna Sucker Punch. So let's go for a Sucker Punch in the Kyogre. If they attack, they might just go down here, and let's go for a Dazzling Gleam once again for some more chip damage. I don't know if, again, I think the Kyogre is probably scarfed at this point. Like the Origin Pulse, I feel like he would just always spout there. Nice, no ally switch, so here comes a Sucker Punch in the Kyogre. Does pick up the knockout because we're a Life Orb Yveltal, and it does so much damage right there. Perfect. We are going to see a Dazzling Gleam get fired off into Porygon. Okay, this should 100% seal the game. That does so much damage too, because we got a crit on the Porygon. Very nice, very nice, very nice. I see when going to come out. Okay, we might not... Gardevoir might live, actually, which actually is kind of... okay, perfect. Okay. So that's pretty good, because now I can go to Incin. I think I click Fake Out, and I click Tailwind. Does it matter? Yeah, no, I think we do that, yeah. We click Fake Out, we click Tailwind, and then we click Dual Wing Beats and Taunt, or do we click Foul Play? I feel like Foul Play probably just KOs the Porygon. Anyway, so let's just go. Actually, we could just Fake Out Dual Wing Beats. I'm going to Fake Out Dual Wing Beats. I just don't remember what the Porygon speed was and instant Porygon interactions, because I got Icy Winded with my instant earlier. I want Flare Blitz for the guaranteed win, and I feel like that's always a play, but we do hit the Dual Wing Beats perfect, so we do just KO the Porygon right there. And oh boy, okay, really nice right there. Like Kyogre Dynamax was super good right there, was able to get so much damage onto the Elekey. They weren't able to get super much value. Then Gardevoir coming in, finishing off the Elekey, getting some pretty... Like, just being able to get that Mystical Fire off in the Kyogre was so huge. The Dazzling Gleam damage was actually fantastic as well. We were able to tank the Kyogre hits, especially out of the rain turns, which thankfully did work out in our favor. And yeah, I was making sure I was counting rain turns for the Kyogre for the Yveltal endgame. But oh man, I feel like we got like a lot out of their Dynamax Elekey, because they weren't able to punish much afterward. And yeah, we were able to really capitalize on who they were targeting, I think. Okay, we have Thundurus, Kyogre, Zacian, Grimmsnarl, Incineroar, and Rillaboom. So, okay, pretty standard team for the most part. What am I exactly bringing here? Because dealing with the Thundurus is going to be a little bit scary, and I mean pretty scary. Raichu, it doesn't really help out too much. I can Fake Out, but that's really it. I don't think it really provides much value. I definitely want to bring Kyogre. I think Incineroar is definitely going to be broad here. I think Kyogre plus Entity isn't a bad lead here. Yeah, I kind of like Kyogre plus Entity. I don't know if I'm Dynamaxing the Kyogre, but I feel like it's pretty strong in this matchup, especially with the Helping Hand. I am okay with bringing the Incineroar here for sure. I think Incineroar is really good for the Intimidate. Now, last Pokemon, Yveltal is tempting, but the problem is all my mons don't exactly look good here, right? There's the Yveltal, which is countered by the Thundurus, as well as the Zacian. Grimmsnarl is also a little bit annoying if it's Spirit Break, as well as Kyogre. Raichu, not really that great against this team. Gardevoir is just hard stopped by Rillaboom and Zacian, but maybe could switch into Kyogre, which is something I might need actually here, because I might actually be pretty useful. You know what? I'll bring Gardevoir. You know what? We'll try it out. Gardevoir can provide some residual chip, which is nice. I do think that Mystical Fire actually does play a bit of value here to slow down their Kyogre if their Kyogre is like really going to get out of hand here. Let's see what my opponent's going to lead though, because it's going to be pretty important. I am leading with the Kyogre plus Entity, as we're going to see Thundurus Zacian, which is actually a pretty good lead here for me. Unless this is like max attack Zacian, it gets the 50% roll on the Entity to pick up the knockout here. So I'm pretty happy with that. With this position though, a Water Spout's going to do so much damage right here, and I do really like the damage that I can go off right here. Or I could go for a Max Geyser, but I don't know what the Thundurus set is, and that's pretty important. If it's Life Orb, I think I'm just gonna click Water Spout and follow me. I'm like pretty sure that's always my play here. Yeah, I think that's always my play here. We're gonna get the Psychic Seed boost. We're gonna go for the Water Spout plus the follow me here. I don't really see another counterplay I have to delete anyway. I think I just gotta lock it in right here. Hope we are max defense, right? I'm assuming that this entity would run max defense on this team. Yeah, it is max defense, not max HP though, but it's like 236 HP. So pretty much the same concept and rules here. So follow me plus the water spout right here. Let's see if there's a Dynamax, which probably is going to be the case, probably from the Thundurus right here. No, a protect from the Zacian. So I wonder is what's the Thundurus doing then? Okay, stays in here to attack. What are you going for? Electroweb? Why? Oh, I think they expected me to max Ogre turn one. That's a very interesting play there because Fly I don't think gives you any benefits right now. I would have stalled out a turn of max, but that's a really hard commitment on a play I didn't have to make here, I felt like. So I think I just click Water Spout and I click Follow Me here. And Zacian has to be extremely bulky to live this Water Spout, and the Thundurus, maybe a Soul Vest could live, but I don't really know. It's taking a lot of damage here, that's for sure. I don't know. That play doesn't seem like a good start for my opponent. I'll definitely take that lead right here because this Water Spout is definitely going to be very nice damage onto both Pokemon right here. If I trade the Indeedee, that's fine, but they're going to swap out the Zacian here into the Rillaboom. So Rillaboom's taking a bunch of damage right here from the Water Spout. I will gladly take this, okay? So Rillaboom reveals with the Grassy Search. I wonder if the Zacian has Substitute because that is a move I am really wanting to know if it is going to be on the team right here. We will follow me with our Indeedee right here. Let's see what kind of Thundurus you are. Are you going to be the Assault Vest or are you going to be the Life Orb set? The Life Orb set definitely drops here, or any set that isn't a Assault Vest set. It's not Life Orb, so here comes a Water Spout into the Thundurus. It is able to pick up a knockout, and look at how much damage I did to the Rillaboom. That I do not think is Assault Vest Rillaboom. Pretty sure that's like a Miracle Seed variant. So this is really, really solid right here. I'm able to do so much damage right there. Turn one immediately. And let's just see how the rest of this game is going to play out, because I imagine Zacian is going to come back out here, or maybe it's the Kyogre, but Kyogre is fine if they do bring it out. I'm just going to double protect if it's the case of Kyogre coming in, and then I'm going to click Follow Me plus Ice Beam, which is very safe here. Let's see, is it going to be Zacian? Because if it's Zacian, I have like a few plays I can make, and Incineroar Switch is definitely very viable right here. So I would like to go for that if possible. And maybe just a Water Spout or an Ice Beam into the Rillaboom isn't a bad play either. I think I'd probably just click Water Spout, but let's see here, because my opponent in a very tough spot. That turn one did not exactly work out for them, as I felt like I just had a very safe Follow Me plus Water Spout. I don't really, I mean, I just didn't see much value there. We're going to see the Kyogre come in, and that's perfectly fine. Gonna go for a Double Protect here. I think it's just super safe. The Kyogre, unless it has like a Calm Mind or some kind of crazy setup move, we should be in a very safe position to just go for a Follow Me plus Water Spout the following turn. Although I guess I don't know how fast their Kyogre is, which is also a very big question, because if their Kyogre is faster than my Kyogre, I can't exactly Water Spout super safely. But we're going to see a Dynamax commitment here from their Ogre, it looks like. Okay. That's really nice for me, actually, because if they commit their Dynamax to the Ogre, I think, yeah, I mean, I don't really mind this. The only problem is I really have very little damage to actually deal to this Kyogre. My only Pokemon that can actually, like, probably do okay against it is going to be the Gardevoir, which isn't exactly the best plan, but it should work here. As we do go for the Double Protect here, I wonder if they go for a Max Lightning, they override their grassy terrain, and that's actually kind of bad for them. They actually go for the Protect here. Okay. That makes sense here. They were trying to avoid me potentially going for an aggressive play with like maybe a Dynamax on my own Kyogre and a Follow Me here, which could have prevented their Fake Out. But yeah, I just wanted to play around the Fake Out. It didn't seem like I had much to lose here. There's going to be a Geyser into the Indeedee right there. And yeah, that's completely fine. Life Orb Kyogre is revealed though. Okay. So Life Orb Kyogre does do a lot of damage to my Kyogre. If it's like a Grassy Glide coming out into my Indeedee and a Max Lightning potentially. Although my Kyogre is really fast, I don't know if they're timid or not as well. We could be going on a timid speed type, but I think I'm kind of willing to go for an Ice Beam here into, or should I just Dynamax? Dynamax might actually just be the play here into the Rillaboom. I actually think it is probably to play into Rillaboom. I'm gonna go for a Max. Do I think I do go for the Ice Beam here, or I Dynamax and go for the Geyser into the Rillaboom, pick up the Knockout right here, which isn't a bad play either. I'm just worried about their Zacian, I suppose. You know what? I am gonna go for the Max Geyser here into the Rillaboom, and they Follow Me here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. They're probably going for a Grassy Glide Max Lightning combination if they are the Assault Vest. No, if they're the Life Orb Kyogre, I think they have to go for a Grassy Glide plus Lightning here. So I'm gonna counter respond by Dynamaxing my Kyogre. I'm gonna need Gardevoir to probably put in a lot of work in the end game because dealing with their Kyogre is actually very tough right now. But we should have enough tools, I think, in order to handle this game. We'll see. Rillaboom going to go for a double protect, actually. Okay, was not expecting that. That's better, I guess, for me. It works out huge. But what are you going for with the Kyogre? Are you going for the knockout on the Indeedee? All right, I'm surprised we didn't see just the Grassy Glide and Max Lightning, but maybe my opponent's like, okay, maybe I'm going to be so down even if I make that play that I'd rather just go for the double protect. Gives me better odds and go for a Max Geyser to KO the Indeedee. It looks like, which they do. So they can Grassy Glide my Kyogre the following turn. Okay. Kind of wish I just went for the Ice Beam now because I would have had my Dynamax still available for an extra turn. But, I mean, it's really not too bad at the end of the day here. As I think we go out into our... this is where it can get tricky. And I mean very, very tricky. I think we go Incineroar. Into Gardevoir. This is where it can get very scary because of the fact that this is going to be tough. I think I go Incineroar first. Oh boy. Or maybe I go Gardevoir. It might come down to Kyogre endgame. I don't like this, actually. I really don't like this. Okay. Zacian going to come in. All right. If Gardevoir can live one Max Geyser, I can see ourselves winning here, but otherwise this is going to be a little bit of a tricky scenario. I do have to go for the Geyser into the into their Zacian right here, unless I want to go for just a... No, actually, I think the Zacian always protects here. Like, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't go for the protect here. I'm going to go for a Geyser and a Kyogre then and get some chip, as it's going to be really impactful for water spout damage later, and I'm going to go hard into Gardevoir here. I don't think there's any chance they go for a Blade Lightning here. I think it's probably just protecting the Max Geyser into my Incineroar. Granted, they could go for the Lightning, but I don't really see... Like, if they go for Lightning, that's completely fine, right? Unless they, like, hard read my Gardevoir switch for some reason, go for the Blade and Incineroar, which I can't really see. Substitute would be really bad here, but I don't think it's going to be Substitute on this team. So I'm switching out the Incineroar. I'm going to Gardevoir because I can keep Fake Out pressure for later. So, unfortunately, this Gardevoir might not be it. We get the attack boost from the sword. Okay. Let's see here. Gonna be a... Yep, protect. Yep, pretty much what you would expect here. Perfect. Okay. So I am able to get a Geyser off into their Kyogre, which is just extra damage on top, which is really important because if this Kyogre doesn't have Origin Pulse and it's only Water Spout the attacking move, this is actually very big damage into their Kyogre right here. It's going to be Max Geyser. They're going to target my Gardevoir slot. Perfect. How well do we take this? Hopefully. Unfortunately, even with the Assault Vest, Gardevoir does go down, but that is the power of Life Orb Kyogre after all. But I think this is probably an okay spot. Okay, rain is over. We can go for Fake Out into a Geyser now, I guess, which is pretty big. We go out into our Incineroar right here, and this endgame is still a little bit tricky here. Yeah, this endgame's a little bit tricky here. All right. I think Fake Out is always correct. I just don't know if it's Geyser into the Kyogre slot that's correct here. I don't know if it protects. That's the question. I mean, I think I always just go for a Geyser and a Zacian. Because if it's a frail Zacian, it might just drop here and I go for the Fake Out into the Kyogre. Let's see. Zacian going to go for the double fails. Does Kyogre also go for protect here? No, it doesn't. Okay, so I could have maybe got some free damage into Kyogre, but at least they didn't get Behemoth Blade off into my Kyogre. Here comes the Max Geyser into their Zacian slot, and this is going to do a lot. It's not a knockout, unfortunately, but... Okay, this endgame... I mean, it's kind of hard for them to actually knock out my Incineroar here, which is also a little bit of a strange part. I don't know if they Water Spout here. That's the thing. Do they Water Spout or do they go for Thunder? I feel like their win con might actually be to click Thunder here into my Kyogre because they kind of need it. Like, I can see Protect Zacian and attack with into my Kyogre here. I think I'm going to go for Protect with my Kyogre here because the Thunder would probably put me in range of Sacred Sword. So that's what I'm thinking they're going to do. And I'm going to go for a Parting Shot into their Kyogre. Let's see if I get this read right. Might have actually... Okay, they did protect here, so that gives me some good signs here. Unless they have Origin Pulse, but I don't think you're clicking Spout here. I think you're probably attacking my Kyogre, but we'll see. Gonna be a... Oh, they do have Origin Pulse. Okay, so... All right, that's really bad. Although they are taking more life orb chip. Okay, so they don't have thunder or they don't have ice beam. It's one of the two. I feel like if they had lightning, they would have went for it already. Okay. I actually really wish I went for the origin pulse now. This actually might be a throw at this rate. Okay. So it's a play rough at -1. So it's -2 stages plus an origin pulse. I think I water spout because I don't think I want to take the miss chance. And then I origin pulse to Kyogre. This is going to be really close depending on the Kyogres. But they are going to take life orb recoil, which is going to be really important right here. I think my Kyogre could probably take one single target origin pulse to life orb plus an attack from the Zacian right here. We're going to see Sacred Sword, which is even better. No play rough stab. We do get the water spot off into the Zacian. This is going to be really close. If this Kyogre, I swear, if you have Thunder and you just didn't go for it, let's see here. Because I thought if you make that play, you're going to go for the Thunder. Let's see. Gonna be the... It is Origin Pulse. Okay, so it wasn't Thunder here. Origin Pulse, I should live this based on the damage. Yes, okay. They take extra life orb chip. And all I gotta do is hit an Origin Pulse. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go. Imagine this has been a speed tie this entire time. My opponent's just lost it. I don't think it probably is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be modest. But, okay, Kyogre, just hit your pulses. Just hit your pulses, man. Just hit. That's all you need to do. Yeah, that confirms my suspicion it didn't have Thunder, which makes sense with the Origin Pulse play from earlier. Because I think if he had Origin Pulse, he would have definitely went for the Thunder play before. Okay, looks like we hit. All right, good game. Oh, boy. Getting rid of that Kyogre? Goodbye. And yeah, I think the turn one just really put a dent in my opponent's plan, but also the Gardevoir. Unfortunately, because of his life orb, Kyogre just got nuked even through my Assault Vest because Gardevoir not exactly the bulkiest Pokemon, even though I think we're max HP on the Gardevoir, or actually... Are we? I feel like Gardevoir has pretty low HP, so I'm pretty sure that's max HP Gardevoir. That's just the power of life of Kyogre and Rain. It really can just nuke so much stuff. Even with Gardevoir's decent special defense, I was really hoping that I could maybe take one and then I could go back to Instant, but yeah, that is not exactly what happened right there. So, but luckily our Kyogre was able to really carry through with the NDD support. Like, we got a pretty perfect couple of first few turns right there. Endgame kind of slipped because the Kyogre was still a big threat. But overall, thankfully, we were still able to pull out the win right there. All right, we have the Chansey, Yveltal, Eternatus, Incineroar, Blastoise, Rillaboom. Oh, we've used this team before. It was one of the qualifier teams from Japan for Japan Nats. I can't remember what the sets were off the top of my head other than the Chansey. I think it was Miracle Seed, Rillaboom. I'm pretty sure that the Blastoise was Water Spout, Icy Wind. This is kind of confusing. Gardevoir actually kind of does all right here, but the fact that the Yveltal is actually kind of a big problem and actually does do some pretty big damage. Also, their Chansey is actually kind of annoying for my team now that I look at it. I don't exactly have the best ways to deal with it, but I do have Taunt, I guess, with the Incineroar. I might just damage it. If it was minimized, this would be so much more of a nightmare, but I think we're okay here. I want to go with Incineroar and the Yveltal, actually. I feel like damage-wise, it's actually not too bad to just lead with it. Or I could lead Kyogre, but I feel like Kyogre is a little bit predictable. And then have the, I think Incineroar, Yveltal leads fine. And I think Gardevoir plus the Kyogre is actually pretty good here. Let's just see, because there's definitely some things that could go absolutely wrong, but... we'll find out. I'm hoping to catch them maybe on a Rillaboom lead. If they lead Rillaboom, this is really nice. If they lead something that like a really passive lead, I really like the idea of just going for the parting shot immediately. If they lead something like the Eternatus plus the Blastoise, that could be concerning because Fake Out does do a lot of damage to me. But we're gonna see the... Oh, why did I say that out loud? Okay. Now, this is gonna be a hard one. All right. So they lead off with the Blastoise plus the Eternatus right here. I have no idea if they're going to go for Fake Out Dynamax Cannon or if they're going to go for something else right here. I could go for Fake Out plus Tailwind, I guess, because I have nothing to lose this upcoming turn. Yeah, I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, I'm going to go for Fake Out plus... I'm going to go for the Fake Out plus the Tailwind right here. Because Dynamax Cannon should knock out Yveltal in one hit, I imagine. At least I hope it doesn't. And then I should be able to get like a pretty strong hit afterward. What kind of Eternatus was this? Was this Life Orb? I do not remember if it was Life Orb Specs on this team. That's the only problem. I can't remember if it was Life Orb Specs. Maybe Gardevoir was just a good mid-ground play here. And maybe like parting shot out the Blastoise. Because Blastoise could still max attack right here, and that would actually still be pretty scary, but we'll find out. It does look like a max when the Blastoise does. So I do get Tailwind up on the cost of my... Okay. And not exactly the best right here, but not the worst either. So Blastoise is going to Dynamax, which is fine here. Although if we do... Okay, so I imagine this is attack into my Incineroar then. If I lose Incineroar, it's not that bad, but it's not great either. Let's see how this is going to work. Fake Out going to come out into Eternatus. Some very important potential chip damage right here. We do get the Tailwind up with our Yveltal. How fast is our Gardevoir? Please tell me our Gardevoir is at least faster than the Eternatus under Tailwind. We're going to see a Cannade here be fired off. This should be into the Incineroar. This is going to do a lot because it is off Water Spout, so it should pick the knockout. Oh, into Yveltal. Huh. That's not what I anticipated. Okay. Huh. Okay. That's really not what I anticipated. All right. Dynamax Cannon's gonna really, really hurt. I was really hoping that they actually targeted down my Incineroar. But yeah, this is kind of a very spooky situation, I suppose. Yeah, this is a very spooky situation. And it's gonna do a lot of damage right here. I'm gonna go out into Gardevoir here. I guess I need to save Incineroar because if Rillaboom's in the back, I have way too many problems otherwise. And then probably gonna go for the Sucker Punch into the... I think Sucker Punch is always the right play here. Into one of these slots. I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Eternatus, I guess. Because I'm not even sure if Eternatus is in range of Gardevoir attack yet. Yeah, this lead was actually really bad for me. I guess I should have prepped better for it. What could I have led? Raichu doesn't really help me here. Maybe it could. I could go for the Nuzzle, I guess, potentially. Otherwise, I just think bulky waters are a little bit problematic. Here goes the Sucker Punch into the Eternatus here. I don't know if it's Dynamax Cannon into who. It's going to be Dynamax Cannon into... Okay, they target the Yveltal slot. All right. So that means it's a Cannade fighting out the Gardevoir. Yeah, Gardevoir with the Assault Vest should be able to tank this okay-ish. Dynamax Cannon does come out into the Yveltal, picks up the knockout right here. The only problem is in order to deal with that Blastoise, don't exactly have the best damage output right here. We're going to see the Cannade be fired off. Going to be targeting down my Gardevoir right here. How much damage does it do? Not so much, but the problem is, yeah, it's building up right here. Kyogre has to come in. I don't think I'm Dynamaxing the Gardevoir here. I think I'm just going to click Water Spout right here, which is super safe. I get some pretty decent damage into the Blastoise. And then, am I going straight for damage or am I going for the Mystical Fire? I guess is a good question. I want to say Mystic Water Spout does KO the Eternatus, but maybe not. Dazzling Gleam could be okay here. Icy Wind is also fine. I feel like Mystical Fire is always the play though. I think it is. Because the extra damage doesn't seem too important. And let's just Water Spout here. Unless the Eternatus survives, which I guess maybe it could. I figured that Mystic Water Kyogre could maybe pick up the knockout Eternatus here, or Eternatus either protects or switches out here. Would be pretty nice if we are able to get rid of the Blastoise right here. But yeah, or not get rid of the Blastoise, slow down the Blastoise and get rid of a slot next to it. But... oh boy, this it does not look good. We already see the Eternatus swap, which is fantastic. Who is it coming out? Chansey coming out. Okay. That's not terrible, but it's not great either. A Water Spout does do actually some pretty significant damage right here. Okay. So I really like that. I am able to get the Mystical Fire off into the Blastoise. Okay. Not a bad turn. Not a bad turn. My only problem is with the Eternatus still alive, it's going to be really tough to make sure my Kyogre is never in range of that Eternatus Dynamax Cannon. With the Mystical Fire, we actually survived with Gardevoir, but unfortunately Gardevoir is going down to the Cannade damage right here. All right. We go Incineroar here. We click Fake Out into the Blastoise because the Blastoise does not have an attack right here other than Water Spout. Unless Water Spout just OHKOs the Blastoise, which maybe it could at this range. Let's see. I still don't know who I'm Dynamaxing. There's also a chance I could Dynamax the Incineroar. But, not exactly. Yeah, I have to Fake Out the Blastoise. Fake Out Blastoise. We click Water Spout here. They probably go for an Icy Wind last ditch. Although Incineroar is still really tough for them. So that's hard to call right here. Yeah, this is just a tricky spot. The Chansey's actually, pretty demonic to handle. And yeah, because when we have a lot of special attackers, they actually go for an ally switch. I think they were expecting a max move right here. That's actually perfect for me here because I'll be able to get a water spout off, which is absolutely huge. Why did the Blastoise move first? What? My Kyogre should still be faster. I'm confused. Okay. No, my Kyogre should 100% be faster. I had Tailwind up. Wait, what did the Blastoise go for? Aqua Jet? It might. Oh yeah, this might be Aqua Jet. Okay. We're gonna go for a taunt right here, I guess, or no? I mean, we get a double knockout here. I think we just parting shot the Blastoise slot and we click Water Spout, because if something comes in, it's taking a parting shot right here, which I think is pretty important. They do go for the Aqua Jet, which makes sense here. It is going to be into the Incineroar. Okay. We're gonna see a Water Spout come off into the real. Oh, we don't KO the Chansey. Wait, what is that damage? Wait, why did that do so much more or less than the last two? Why did that do so less? Okay. That's really weird to me. Did I get like 2 high rolls into like a low roll or something? Or those were probably 2 mid rolls into a low roll, it looked like. Or maybe upper. We're gonna see the Eternatus come out, which makes sense here. Okay. Oh, this is ally switch again, isn't it? It's probably ally switch. I want to call ally switch. You know what? I think like it's Rillaboom back, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose at this rate, so I think I have to make a read here. I think I am gonna go for. This is tricky. I think I party shot the Eternatus, and I think I click Ice Beam with a Chansey on the ally switch Dynamax Cannon into Incin. No, they just attacked. Okay. I think that's all she wrote then. Dynamax Cannon is going to be fired off in the Kyogre. Yeah, that's specs. Yeah, that's 100% specs. Oh, no, that's a crit. Never mind. Wait, what was the Eternatus said? I thought it was life. I guess I'm mixing up all the Eternatus teams. I've used quite a bit of Eternatus recently. Ice Beam crit. We do get a freeze, but I don't think that's changing anything. Could it? I don't think it does. Unless there's no Rillaboom in the back for some reason. Okay, Chansey stays frozen. Okay, wait, hold on. I could see a way we steal this game. All right. Max guard. Wait, what? Max guard. Yeah, Ice Beam. The Eternatus. This has to work. This has to work. This has to work. I think there's an out. I think there's an out. It's not an amazing out, but there's an out. If it's Rillaboom in the back, I'm thinking, okay. The way I get out of this game, clicking the Ice Beam into the Eternatus, max guarding because they're targeting my Incineroar if it is Rillaboom in the back, and then maybe I have a shot. Because if you have the Rillaboom in the back, is there really a point in targeting the Kyogre when it's 100% grassy glide range anyway? I don't think so. So let's see. We're gonna max guard with our Incineroar. Let's see, but this could be ally switch and unfall here. Okay, they did Dynamax Cannon my Incin. Okay, perfect. I am able to get the Ice Beam off into the Eternatus. Absolutely huge. I think Rain's over too, so I get actually like a full power max flare off. Okay. Really big. And they say frozen. Oh, we could steal this. We could steal this. Rain is over. Okay, we can steal this. Show me Rillaboom. Show me Rillaboom. Show me Rillaboom. It has to be Rillaboom. There's no shot. It's not Rillaboom here. Oh, it's physical Yveltal here. Still doable, but I gotta call something on the Kyogre. This, yeah, I had to max flare here, and then it's either do I protect or do I attack here. I feel like I'm gonna attack here. I'm gonna attack here. You know what? Yeah, let's just attack here. I don't mean the Yveltal protect on this team, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, they got it right. Sucker Punch. Oh, I was really hoping for Rillaboom. I really thought it'd be Rillaboom. God dang it. Okay, Life Orb. Yep. Because the max flare is going to do a good amount of damage to the Yveltal. I don't remember if you had protect on this team. I thought it was like there's too many Yveltal Eternatus teams I've been running or been using recently. Okay, so Chansey needs to stay frozen probably for me to have a chance. I might even have to dodge a dual wing beats if this is protect. But yeah, we have to go for the max flare here into the Yveltal. Let's see. I think the ally switch dual wing beats. They either ally switch dual wing beats or they protect an ally switch. Okay, wait, what? A foul play. Wait. Oh, it's Sky Attack. Wait, it's Sky Attack on this team. So they actually can't touch the instant. Wait, no, this still works. Okay. Explanatory to you. Goodbye. It's a chancy move. Okay, it moves. Goes for the soft boil. Makes sense. Oh, this is a call right here. So, even with that, I think we're actually still very, very... Oh, man. I have to call. No, I know. It doesn't matter. I think I lose. I'm taunting the Chansey, hoping that they soft boil, and then... Oh, I think I still lose regardless. Unless I get a Flare Blitz crit, I'm pretty sure I can't beat the Chansey. Unfold at the perfect timing. Charm, what? Doesn't Flare Blitz in the sun like almost OHKO you? I would expect to use Seismic Toss or use Soft Boil right there, but okay, it's in, or if you want to crit the Chansey, it's your shot. Yeah, it does like nowhere near enough. Okay. The Seismic Toss just is guaranteed here. Okay. I guess if I Flare Blitz, I get a double chance to crit, but I don't understand the Charm play realistically there. Like, I understand Soft Boil or I understand Seismic Toss. I don't understand Charm there, but oh, that was close. We did get really lucky with the freeze, but man, it would have been cool if we did steal that game potentially. We need another turn of we need the chances to stay a little bit frozen, but I guess I could have also like if I remembered the Yveltal set correctly. But then again, it was like a gamble, right? Because if they were Sky Attack, well, here's the thing. I guess if I remember right, that Yveltal was decently slow. I think it was like bulky and offensive. I think if my Kyogre is faster than the Yveltal, which I'm pretty sure it is since we're Timid Kyogre, I'm pretty sure I Ice Beam the next turn if I read it. So yeah, I think regardless, I just had to call that one play. Like I would have had to call that one play, but man, it did seem pretty down right there, but we almost took it back, man. We almost took it back. Was an enjoyable set though. I think I should definitely respected the Blastoise and Turritus lead because Helping Hand Dynamax Cannon does so much damage to my team. I didn't really have a good response to it, and yeah, like it kind of showcased there. And then I had to call probably like the Blastoise, right? I guess like I could have Dynamaxed and went for the Airstream, but I wasn't sure. I didn't think the Blastoise had the Dynamax there, but yeah, because I thought they could just fake out, but maybe they were worried about me faking out the Eternatus going for the Airstream, and like then I guess they would have been in trouble. But they could have also Icy Winded, so not really like an easy call that turn one right there. I think I just had to read like what their options were, and that is the show. Gardevoir, okay, it was amazing that one game. The other two, like, I mean, Life Orb Kyogre, I can't blame Gardevoir. Life Orb Kyogre like blows anything away realistically. It's just super crazy. And then that last game, the Mystical Fire. I mean, I just surprised the Chansey rolls. The Chansey rolls really threw me for a loop, but we did get a freeze, which was super lucky. I guess I could have like doubled up a KO the Chansey right there and been in an okay spot potentially. But yeah, very tricky one regardless. But if you did enjoy some Gardevoir action, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help me out. You want to check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description, and you can grab the rental code on the screen while it's available. But that's going to be it for me. Have a great day, people, and until we meet again, I'll catch y'all later.